right, everybody. We are live for this week's episode of Indie Inquiries, where each week we take a look and review indie store pages and provide advice on marketing and the best ways to show off their games on Steam, Itch, or anywhere else that they have them listed. I'm, of course, Josh Blazer from Game Wisdom, and my co-host from Nexus Games, Sharky.
And I'm, of course, the shark with all the neon.
Mm-hmm.
And I continue on them.
All right. But like we said, each week we choose 3 games that we're going to be taking a look from top to bottom on their store pages. While we don't have any games that were directly submitted for this week's show, we are always happy to take a look at submitted games from any indie developers who have a store page up and need some advice and guidance on them. And if you are interested, please get in touch with either one of us. You'll find links to our respective Discords, Twitters, and all that in the descriptions of both of our videos.
Yeah, I thought you said we did have one submission.
Well, this was a video game submit. He didn't do it for a store page.
Okay.
But he was a first-time developer, so I wanted to give him a little help there.
There was a semi-submission.
Yeah. So, I think with that, let us begin with Morkred. Now, this is a game that I got as a press key. I think I kind of sent this as a shot in the dark kind of game. And we played it on stream last night. We may play again tonight if I can get a foreign available. And we liked this one. It was a kind of one of those surprise games to play. Mm-hmm. But with that said, though, it is not doing so well in terms of its reviews and just its general outreach. And we're going to see if we can try and figure that out with the store page.
So we're ready to start from the top with the trailer?
I think we can start before the trailer with the thumbnail. I don't like the name of this game. I still don't know what Morkred actually means.
Yeah, the thumbnail isn't good. The name is not good. The name is very, very bad. You know, it's like, what is a Morkred? How does someone know how to spell it when they don't know what the game is? And even if they know what the name of the game is, still, how do they spell it? How would they know that there's 2 D's at the end?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if it was Mork Red, you know, they could figure out how to spell Mork and Mindy, and they, you know, spell Mork and Ready, just take off the Y and take out the N and figure it out. But the second D kills, you know, search algorithm, as does, you know, just the whole name in general just changes, you know, kills all searchability of this title.
Yep, and the thing is that the name of your game is very, very important because 1 is for your search algorithm, as Shark just said, and 2, it's your branding. Mm-hmm. If people can't spell the name of your game or they can't figure it out, they're not going to know your game to even try and find it. And naming stuff is very hard. It's why it took us 40 years to come up with the Safely Extreme podcast name.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't take 40 years. It took me about, you know, I don't know, I think it was about a month. It took you about 40 years to confirm that.
Mm-hmm. And we still need to get the actual logo up, too.
We got the logo for the Safely Extreme podcast.
But we had to go through different iterations of it, too.
Oh, yeah. That's the thing with art.
Yeah. And that's the thing with a good thumbnail as well. You need something that is going to get people interested in your game. Now, it's a clean thumbnail. Like, it's not distracting. I can kind of make it out. But the more I look at it, another problem is that the name is actually darkened here. So it's even harder to make it out.
Yep. Of course, you don't necessarily need the name on the thumbnail. But if you're going to put it on there, make sure it's easily legible.
Mm-hmm.
And also, it's using a weird font, which is also fine for a thumbnail, but it adds to that, you know, not being able to read it with the darkness to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Especially seeing how, like, the center part of it's lighter and the outer part's dark because it's going off of a ray casting sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. All right. And hopefully I am actually live. Let me see.
Yeah, you're live.
Yeah, it's kind of quiet so far.
You put a test in the chat. Make sure your chat's not broken.
All right. But I think with that, let's take a look at the video.
I'm not. Oh,
There we
there's your test. I was like, I'm not seeing a test in there.
go. All right, are you ready to show the video?
Yep. Let's go with the video.
I like the fact that the text is over gameplay footage.
Yeah. I don't think text necessarily has to be over gameplay footage, but it's generally better. Easier to do. Let's put it that way. Easier to do right.
I don't
And
think that was a bad trailer. I think that was a pretty solid one.
yeah, I think the trailer was pretty solid.
Showed off the game. It showed off the character being killed by it.
Mm-hmm. According to Mojo, is that it didn't notify him that you
That's
were
weird.
live, but it notified him that I was live.
Jeez.
I think that was a pretty solid trailer.
Yeah. I gotta be concerned about that. Give me one second. I'm just gonna flip off. I just want to check my email, make sure that. Oh, bless you.
Thank you.
Once I just need to switch over. I want to just make sure that YouTube did send a notification,
No,
because sometimes they don't,
not that there's
and they are
anything.
not. That's great. I'm not even getting notified by my own streams. Hmm.
Your
Well, I'll
bot
have
did it
to.
at least.
Yeah. Hmm. No idea what is happening here.
YouTube being
One more.
YouTube. Which is a shame.
Yep, everything looks good here. All the settings look right. And the fact that it's public, so I don't know why it's not showing up. Unless it's going to show up in like 10 hours or something like that.
It might.
Hmm. All right. Well, at least the beauty of doing these things or taking the videos, at least YouTube likes my videos.
Yeah.
All right. So thumbnails,
You mean screenshots?
yeah, screenshots. I don't think they were in the trailer.
I just started looking at them. One might have been
Yeah, the rolling, the what was that? The
where you spin the
yeah,
walls around.
yeah.
I think that one might have been, and the one where you're. It's the same scene, but it's not the same part. The one where the things, the cauldron thing going down with the light.
Mm-hmm.
That was in the trailer, but it wasn't this exact point because it was
Mm-hmm.
already in there and going down, and this is where people are pushing in. So same ish.
Yeah, the second to last one definitely wasn't in the trailer.
Yeah, most pretty much most of these were not in the trailer. Just one
Mm-hmm.
was close to being. Two were in the same areas of the trailer, but different parts.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure the spinning isn't the exact same place that it was in the video, kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
just like the other wasn't. So none of them are exactly the same, but those two aren't exactly new content either.
Mm-hmm.
But
All
they
right.
do have a lot of screenshots. They have what, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
Mm-hmm.
and you're only required to have 5. Most
Okay.
games only have 5, so they went above and beyond here.
Okay.
So I
Are
think
you
we can
ready?
excuse them on two being fairly similar.
Mm-hmm. You ready to scroll down?
Yes.
All right. So let's take a look down here. The orb is your fate. Okay, we have nicely sized gifts.
Mm-hmm.
I would like the orb is your fade, the orb calls her to. I'd like those to be, I think, a little bit more pronounced.
Yeah, use the blue font.
Mm-hmm. See, yeah,
They are
definitely
doing
blue.
a bolded font though.
Yeah, but it's the same size as the normal text, so it's like kind of a blurring together.
No, it's a little bit bigger, I think. Just a hair.
Let's see, yours your only friend. Keys in the orb. So my one complaint about this, there's no real description of the actual gameplay loop.
Mm-hmm.
It says unique dual character controls. I'm not. There's no like they're going with the gifts to sell the gameplay. I think I would like either one section just saying, manipulate light, stay out of the shadows, or a few bullet points on that.
Yeah, and that should probably have been like the first thing.
Yeah, like I would say
So
after
they
the
needed
orb,
one more point with one more GIF.
yeah, and they definitely need a GIF of a character being killed by crossing over a shadow. Like they have the one where you're dead because the thing eats the orb, but considering just how important it is to stay out of the darkness,
Yeah,
they could have used something there.
I think that would have been helpful.
Still, though, like this number of gifts, breaking up the sections, this is what we want to see.
Yeah, this is exactly what we want to see. Just, we would like a little bit more gameplay stuff in there.
And using like the blue font to break up these sections as
Mm-hmm.
well. But still, pretty solid.
Yeah,
Now,
very solid.
another complaint over here on the right, there is no contact information.
There is a website though.
Yeah. But you want a Twitter. You want something that lets people see, an easy way for them to find you.
Mm-hmm. No, they can easily find the website.
Yeah.
It's just they can't easily find the other stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean, they got part way right there.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Tags. Where are you? Wait. Are there no tags for this, or am I not seeing them? Oh, ooh. They only have one genre tag, indie.
Mm-mm.
That's a no-no.
Yeah, that is a no-no. They need to have more tags than that.
Mm-hmm. Puzzle, multiplayer, action.
Co-op,
Mm-hmm.
linear, dark.
Yeah, like the user find tags probably should have been in the genre tags.
Mm-hmm.
Because the genre tags are gonna be what here's like the thing about this game. The store page itself is good, but from a search algorithm standpoint, it's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, it's kind of like taking 5 steps forward and then taking 30 steps backward. There's a
Yeah.
reason why when you look at when YouTubers cover popular games, they all use very much the similar style of thumbnail and use a similar style of their titles. Everything in all caps. Not the hyphen, the where that one line is, and then they say the name of the game. The YouTuber reactions I need to get good at, etc.
Mm-hmm.
And they do that because YouTube rewards them for doing that.
Yeah. And you still gotta get good at those YouTube reactions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But
so
I mean, I think the store page itself is pretty dang solid.
mm-hmm,
But, the name of the game, which is not the store page, is displayed on the store page, though, and very
mm-hmm.
critical to the store page is
and the
port.
and the
The
thumbnail.
thumbnail isn't horrible, but it needs to be a lot better.
Mm-hmm. There's no real there's no social media on this.
Yeah.
There's not enough tags for people to casually find this game.
Hmm. Other than the user tags are there, but the
Mm-hmm.
developer tags are not there.
Mm-hmm. And that is a very big problem. So what we have here, I think, is like 2/3 of what would make up a really successful game. You have really solid gameplay loop. It's a very clean looking game. You have an overall really solid store page, but it's what's attached to that store page and the search around it that's the poorest part.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, like we've said with a lot of these shows, you can do 90% of everything right, fail in that 10%, and that 10% could be like 80% of your grade.
Yeah. I think store page wise, the only thing they really screwed up on was the tags and the thumbnail, but it wasn't the worst thumbnail.
Mm-hmm. Now,
But marketing wise, they messed up on the name and the tags and the thumbnail.
and the pricing of the game, I think, as we said, is a little suspect as well.
Yeah.
$20 is, as we've said, $20 is kind of like what we expect, a solid indie game to be these days. Like, what do you think? Like, as we said, like, you think like $15 is the new minimum? Like,
No, no,
25.
no. $15 is the old minimum and still kind of the norm. But
Mm-hmm.
$20 is becoming the new norm slash minimum.
And 25 being like prestige level. Like, this is an amazing indie game. This is worth that price.
Yeah, which used to be $20,
Yeah.
but not anymore.
Yeah. Like, something like this, I kind of expect it to be in the like $13 to $15 range.
Yeah, except for they would have problems, with marketing it under
Mm-hmm.
$15.
Yeah.
So I could see $15 for this. It would be a bit of hard jump, but like I could technically see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now it does come with DLC, or it has a $5 DLC on top of it.
Hmm.
So
I think they need to lower their price, change the name to something
get
good
a
and searchable.
more impressive, more eye-catching thumbnail.
Yeah, and put some dang tags in it. I think if they did those three things, this it would be basically a perfect grade, or
Yeah.
pretty close. It would be a solid A, if not A plus. A plus
Mm-hmm.
doesn't mean perfect, but it means pretty dang close.
Yeah, and the reviews are kind of echoing what we're saying. That some people complain that it's too much money. Some people are saying, "I wish that more people knew about this game."
Hmm.
Yeah, so I think I'm ready to give my overall grade. Are you?
Well, we need to go through each of the things.
Mm-hmm.
Trailer, I would give that an A.
I would say B plus A for me.
Or, yeah, I'm gonna stick with A.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely not an A
Thumbnail.
plus though.
Yeah. Wait, was there a call to action at the end of this
Yes,
trailer? Yeah.
quite good one too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and here's like another thing. The call to action, like the 37-second mark.
Hmm.
This, I think they should have put the name in the orb, like for the thumbnail, or make it a little bit brighter because this is clear. This is easy to read. This is a little sketchy.
Yeah, that would have made better for the thumbnail than the actual thumbnail.
Mm-hmm. All
But
right.
like, I would give the trailer an A.
Yeah.
Thumbnails? What do you think about the thumbnails?
I think it's another case where the thumbnails are good, but they're showing games that are obviously very dark. So a lot of them are going to echo that. Like was it 4 or 5? The 6th thumbnail, I think, is a really solid one. I think the final thumbnail is a really good one, showing off the art of the game.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the thumbnail should be in reverse. Like the final 4 or 5 should be the first ones, and then the other ones should be like behind them. Because it's all kind of darkened areas. It's not really highlighting too much of the game.
Yeah, but I mean that's the thing behind the game. It's very darkened areas.
Yeah.
So I mean it's
Mm-hmm.
more accurately portraying it the way it is now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
But they're all.
I think the order is fine, but I think it could also stand to be reordered at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
It's safely extreme.
There you go. Let's see. The About This Game page. I think this is almost perfect, I think.
Yeah, I think this is super solid. I think they could have added a little bit more, but you know,
Break up a little bit more in terms of like the formatting of the uh, title sections.
yeah, the only thing I would change, you know, not add, but the only thing I would change about this is use the blue font.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I would change. You know, I would add another GIF with the gameplay stuff that we talked about before, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't change anything but the blue font. So, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
what do you give this? I'd give it a A minus.
I would say like B plus A minus too. Like one more GIF, and the only reason I know this because we played the game, showing like them crossing the shadow and dying, I think would be a really good one.
Mm-hmm.
So overall, for the store page, like there's not again like we kind of have to divorce the naming and the search algorithm
Mm-hmm.
from the store page itself.
Yeah, because that's a completely different topic.
Yeah, we'll need another show for that. How to create effective thumbnails.
Or you know how to name your game.
Mm-hmm. Huh. I
Which
think I would.
which is where we coined the term Safeway Stream Podcast.
Mm-hmm. I would. I think I would give this like B plus A minus territory for me. What about you?
I think I'm gonna give it a minus, which would be
Mm-hmm.
our highest grade we've ever given.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think our highest grade before this was a B
B
plus.
plus. Yeah.
So this is now our record holder
Mm-hmm.
for the
And
best
again,
Steam
like
page we've looked at, or best store page we've looked at.
hmm And like the things that would push this into A plus territory, better thumbnail, just slight changes to the about this game page, add more tags, and add more contact info.
And
But
change the name.
yeah, but again, like this is like pretty damn close in terms of a trailer of what we would want to see. It's about 40 seconds long, shows off the game, shows off a variety of things in the game. It's not just one area.
Yeah.
And it
Now,
has a good call to action at the end.
now I'm no expert when it comes to trailers, so I'm not the best person to judge it. But you
Uh-huh.
know, there are methods to making a trailer, and I'm sure the trailer could be better. I just wouldn't know right off the top of my head how kind of thing. If I researched into it that specific trailer long enough and hard enough, I could find probably ways to make that trailer better. But the fact is that it's a solid trailer either way.
Hmm.
It's just
It's
not maybe not a perfect trailer.
Mojo. I just checked what you said there. I did find it and I clicked on it. It's working for me. So I
Hmm,
don't know what is happening.
that's
Hmm.
weird.
And once that, I'm just going to check the notification again. Hmm. I don't know why it is not showing up. Are you able to find it? Because it looks like nobody is watching on my side.
Huh.
Showed up there.
Well, I have the stream open, and it did notify me.
Mm-hmm.
No, wait, no, it didn't.
Oh, there's one.
I think it might have notified my other account though.
Oh, jeez.
It notified me on my desktop, I think.
I
No,
did
it
not
didn't.
get an email. Usually I get an email that tells me when I am live. Did it go into the spam? No.
I think YouTube's screwing up your stream.
Lovely.
That's freaking great.
Yeah, that's always really great. Especially when we have a devcast tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, it's not like a frame rate or anything like that issue. I think YouTube is just making things harder. Oh boy.
And it's also not, even though Juan's here and on
It's
your
showing
channel,
0 viewers.
yeah, and I'm here, and I'm sure you're here on your own stream too.
Yeah.
It's showing me 1 watching.
Mm-hmm.
Even though there's at least 3. So,
Lovely.
YouTube is doing something very, very weird on your side.
Mm-hmm. Ugh. Jeez. Lovely. Well, I guess I'll send them a message after I'm done here and, wait 4 years for them to get back to me about it.
Yeah. Hey, Team Joy, welcome.
Yeah. Probably. We're not reacting enough, that's why.
Well, it's not censoring my side, it's just censoring your side.
Yeah. Well, you're too small. It doesn't know you yet.
Yeah, it'll censor
It
me
will
later.
soon, and then it will destroy you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think after that little segue, let's get to our next game, ASCII the Brave Cat. So this is, I think, from a solo developer. He sent me the game to take a look at because he's trying to find people to cover it. So I figured I'd throw him a bone and I'll add it to the show this week because it doesn't seem like that bad of a store page, at least from an initial look. And it's always great to show things off from newer developers and see, what they picked up.
Mm-hmm.
So right off the bat, I think the thumbnail is miles above Morkrid.
Yeah.
Very clean, very bright, descriptive. It's a little plain. I think that may be kind of our overall complaint of the game.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. Title...
Not the best.
It's better than Morkrid, but
Yeah.
not by much.
Yeah.
All right. Let's take a look. I have not looked at this trailer yet, so let us...
They have 2 trailers.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what we have.
First trailer. 2 minutes and 49 seconds. That's not a good sign.
Yeah, that's way too long. Starts with the name of the studio, so that's not good.
Yeah, I didn't even catch that because Steam is... Yeah. And then they second it with a black screen of text. And then they third it with the title there. That's 3 bad marks right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you can tell this is a modern retro style game. I mean, the graphics are very clean.
It's Vector, I believe. Looks like Vector. Which is, Vector is known for being clean. But you can't pretty much have an unclean Vector if it's simply. I think that's impossible. Somebody will probably prove me wrong, but
Like, the gameplay that's showing off here is not bad.
Mm-hmm.
But this trailer is way too long.
And it started off on a really bad foot.
Like, I feel like you could have showed everything off in like a 40-second trailer for a kind of game like this.
Looks like the Mario minigame right there. From Mario 3.
saw a chess mini game too.
Yeah, I just got that. There's like a lot of minigames. There's a slot one.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they are showing variety of levels, which is good.
Yeah.
Oh god, that reminds me of the Disney game for the NES, the roller coaster section.
You're ahead of me on the trailer. For like a few seconds.
Ooh. Damage boost there. So where that milk power up? I think that's from Adventure Island.
I thought that was from our stream the other night.
Well, it's not chocolate.
Well, we had both chocolate milk and regular milk for the stream the other night. The chocolate milk gets one.
Oh, don't buy a donut.
Don't buy donut.
I mean,
was that a giant thing of Pocky I just seen?
Yeah. Oh, there's Pyramid Head at one point. Oh, we got Ninja Kuma Death.
There's Pyramid Head.
Yeah. I mean, oh, okay. There wasn't a call to action though.
You know, but there's this post call to action thing after the lack of call to action thing.
Mm-hmm. Again, gameplay not bad, at least from watching, seeing that. But that could have been condensed down to, I think, a 40-second trailer easily.
Yeah, especially by taking up the beginning parts.
Yeah. All right, let's see what trailer 2 is. Oh God, 7 minutes long.
Oh,
okay,
geez.
we're not watching a 7-minute long trailer.
We'll watch part of it.
Let's see. I'm just going fast. I
think this is a Let's Play.
Yeah. What do you think of having like a Let's Play video on your store page?
I'm sure on it. I think it could be helpful, but definitely not as the first trailer.
No.
But, I don't know if it would, how helpful it would be or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
If it would be helpful or even detrimental. I don't think it would be detrimental as long as it's not your first trailer.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, more info is generally better.
Mm-hmm.
As long as it's not affecting your first trailer. You need to keep things short.
And to Juan's point, yeah, it's like kind of on like the lower end of the scale. It's clean, but it's not really popping out.
Yeah, it's vector art. What can you say? This is pretty much normal vector art.
Alright. I think I'm ready to look at the rest of the page.
Yeah. I'm ready for the thumbnails or screenshots.
Alright. And I think they were in the game, or in the trailer. Yeah, definitely. Like the pirate boss fight, getting the treasure, Pyramid Head.
Yep.
Yeah, I think all of these were in
I think 11 might not have been in there.
3, 6, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I don't think that one was in there. 12, I think, was.
Yep.
The chess one, definitely.
Yep. 14 might not have been in there.
The last one, maybe not.
Yeah, I don't know about the last one. But maybe 2 to 3 of those screenshots were not in the trailer. And you definitely do not want to repeat content from your trailer in your thumbnails.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a very low grade for those thumbnails.
Yeah.
And that trailer, the first one, was way too long.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give it a pass for the second one because I don't actually know how that would affect it. But like the first one just was way too long and had logos at the beginning No call to action at the end.
Yeah. All right. So the about this game page is the complete opposite of Morkright, and that's not a good thing.
Yeah. I mean, this is as bare bones as it gets. I mean, this probably has, like, all the information that you need, but it doesn't have any of the gifts.
Yeah. And I don't think English may be this developer's first language, because some of these sentences are read a little weird.
Yeah, I
Meet the
didn't look at
fun
it.
platformer gameplay, the never seen puzzles, fight creative, funny boss.
Yeah, and that's very bad.
Mm-hmm. It needs gifts. It needs these things to be broken up more.
Mm-hmm. And these things spelled properly, spelled and written properly,
Mm-hmm.
grammared properly.
And there's a problem over here on the title description box. You see where it says visit the manual twice. That
Mm-hmm.
is a mistake. One of those I think is I'm not sure where it's linking to, but they're linking to two different places.
Let's see.
Website play goes to a Facebook page.
They're they're both the manual, but one's a PDF that's on Cloudflare, and the other one's a PDF that's on Dropbox or something, Google Drive,
Mm-hmm. And there's no social media contacts other than the Facebook page.
and the website.
No,
The
the
website
Facebook
goes to the
page is the
Facebook.
one. Yeah.
Mm,
Mm-hmm. It has
yeah,
one more tag. Probably use a few more.
yeah. It only has 2 tags, and it definitely needs more than 2 tags.
Mm-hmm. I don't understand. Like, if you look at the title screen, it shows like the swear mark up there. I don't understand why that's above ASCII.
Yeah, I don't either. And I don't know why ASCII is the name of this cat, even because this cat is not in ASCII.
Mm-hmm.
You could have called the cat anything else,
Mm-hmm.
and it would have probably been better.
Yeah.
You could have called it Crap the Brave Cat, and it would be better.
All right. Well, I think
Yellow the Brave Cat, you know.
there you go.
Cat the Brave Cat.
Yeah, the paramedic character is a little out of place.
Yeah, it is.
One thing that I'm kind of concerned about is there's 12 levels, but there's 78 hours of playtime. So how does that work?
Out of what?
What?
There's 7 to 8 playtime. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And
And
but 12 levels. So some of these levels would be very long.
I think when they say 12 levels, they're talking about 12 maps.
Mm.
Like, like Mario has 8 levels.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's
Yes.
what they're talking about. Because you can
All right.
definitely see the variety in here.
Mm-hmm. All right. Are you ready to give it a grade?
Yeah, let's go through each component and give it a grade.
All right. The title thumbnail,
Mm-hmm.
I think we'll give it a solid B.
Yeah, I'd give it a B. Maybe a B minus.
It's clean, it's popped, or it pops out at you.
Mm-hmm. The name definitely isn't good. The
Mhm.
ASCII part of the name.
Yeah.
The rest of the name works. Could work anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But that ASCII part does not work.
Mm-hmm.
So, the first trailer, the most important one, what do we give that for a grade?
Uh, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe C minus.
I'm thinking D. Maybe D plus.
Mm-hmm. It's too long.
It's
Doesn't
too long.
start right.
It doesn't have it loses everybody at the start because I mean it takes the 10-second point to for the trailer to actually start.
Mm-hmm.
And the trailer should be already grabbing you, very hard at that point. And at this point, it's putting you off very hard at the 10-second point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely
There's
not.
no call to action or anything at the end. They did put a post call to action thing without putting a call to action thing in there, which is weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The second one, I just say, give it a pass. It's more, and we'll say that's better.
But it doesn't really help it either.
Well, it may, but it's not going to fix anything that the first trailer caused.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure. Thumbnails, since every one of them except for maybe two or three are in the trailer, and I would say those despite them putting a lot in here, more isn't necessarily better.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I would say the thumbnails are probably like a D plus.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say?
And then about this game section,
What do you say on the thumbnails?
yeah, like I think like DD plus because a lot of them are just repeated.
Yeah.
Now the advantage a developer has is there's so much variety in the levels that it gives them a huge canvas to work around or play around in terms of what to show.
Mm-hmm. But that about this page is,
And that's I think what we would say like D minus.
I mean, like I would say D.
Hmm.
I mean, it does break things up. It does have bullet points. It does have, a bold font in one area, but
But
it's
it's also
not
not
proper.
translated right.
Yeah, it's not translated right. It doesn't have any gifs to break it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The the
So
the tags though definitely too few. The
no contacts or needs more contact information.
yeah, needs more contact information.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
What do we
well, I
rate
think
the about this page? Like a D. Well, we already did that, didn't we?
yeah, that would be I gave it like around a D. Eh, like from the gameplay standpoint, I think this is stronger for marketing just because action, bright color graphics help to sell. But
Mm-hmm.
the store page is not doing this game any favors.
It's doing a lot of disservice.
Yeah. So
Overall grade.
I think
Um,
DD minus for me. What about you?
I'm gonna go for either somewhere in between a D minus and an F plus.
And again, for those of you watching, it's important we always have to clarify this. Store page and gameplay are not equal. You can
Mm-hmm.
have a game that has a horrible store page and amazing gameplay. Just you can have a game that has amazing, 10 out of 10 gameplay, but an F in terms of its store page.
You just said the same thing.
Or
I think what Josh meant is they could have a amazing store page and really shit, be a really shit game. I think is what Josh meant.
Yeah. So this needs more gifts. It needs a better trailer. Honestly, I think I would maybe change the name.
Yeah, the name needs to go. At least the ASCII part of the name,
You call
because
him Basic the Brave Cat.
there's nothing ASCII in the game.
Mm-hmm.
That makes no sense. That gives a false impression to what the game is going to be. Because, somebody reads this and reads the name alone and they're going to be like, ASCII, I don't want to play no ASCII games. I'm done. And they don't even click on it to realize or even look at the thumbnail because of the ASCII in the name.
Yeah.
Because they just get that one word and then they're like, I'm out. I'm not into ASCII games.
And for like iteration purposes, you probably want a name to begin with a B. So it's something the Brave Cat, Bouncy the Brave Cat, Bruce the Brave Cat, something like that.
Why B?
Because of the brave in there, so it kind of like rolls off the tongue a little bit better.
What about something with a C because there's a cat in there?
Yeah.
Did you let it out of the bag?
Mm-hmm. All right, but I think I'm ready to move on. What about you?
Yeah.
All right, so let's go to our final game for this week. And this one I do have some high hopes for because it comes from a developer who's been around and knows about marketing and publishing. This is Fights in Tight Spaces, the deck building fighting game that I've been playing. So I have an interview with the developer tomorrow. I spoke with the publisher a few weeks ago, Paul from Mode 7.
Mm-hmm.
So I have not really had a chance to look too far into the store page, so I'm hoping this one gets a high grade.
Yep. Maybe it'll tie the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Or beat.
So I like the thumbnail.
Yeah, thumbnail's pretty solid. I wouldn't say it's an amazing thumbnail. I'd give it a, I don't know, like an A.
Mm-hmm. All right. Are you ready to watch the trailer?
Yep, the first trailer.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Come on. There we go. Now, they did start off with the ESRB thing, which, since they actually do have an ESRB rating, that's fine and probably needed.
Yeah.
But if you don't have an ESRB rating, putting a fake one in your game is only going to get you in trouble.
Yeah. I feel like some parts of the trailer are a little slow.
Yeah. I think they could have definitely made this trailer a lot more action-packed.
Like, the animations of the character fighting.
Yeah, and they should have focused more on that than some of the other stuff.
It has I just noticed one thing. At the, minute 5 mark, the title is like on screen for I think like less than a second. I think they could have maybe slow that down just a tad.
Yeah, they should have had it hang after it fully displayed. Because
it's like
and maybe
it's
combine
if you missed it moment.
The out and now on to it.
Yeah. I think the Morgrid trailer may be our best one for the day.
Yeah, I think the trailer wasn't bad. I think what would you say on that trailer? A B.
Yeah.
B plus.
Like the part where you're selecting the upgrades, I think that could have been
probably
sped up just slightly.
Yeah, I think and like the end part where they were just constant action. I think that should have been at the beginning, not the end.
I think you could probably cut what would you say, 15, 20 seconds of this trailer?
Probably. You could at least cut some of the space out of it.
Yeah. The action shots, though, were really good.
But they needed to be at the beginning rather than at the end.
Mm-hmm.
So you ready to go on to the second trailer?
Yeah. One second, they're already playing it. It starts out the same way as the first one.
That's the gameplay one.
Yeah. So it's just basically showing off differences in the play.
Yeah,
now
it's a gameplay trailer.
There is one very big red flag about this trailer. This is showing footage of the game pre-early access and then earlier build of the game. And the reason I know this is that it's not showing me the combat and momentum, energy and combo stats on the left-hand side of the screen. So that is a bit of an issue.
Yeah. There's older gameplay. Really. So they would need to update this.
Or just have a new trailer. Have a new one that's showing the game with the more updated graphics.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what I mean by updating.
Yeah.
I mean, you probably wouldn't just edit that into new stuff. You would probably make a new trailer that is similar to that, but updated.
Yeah. Now, the first trailer, that does show the updated UI.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if you look on the left-hand side, it shows like HN, health, and combo meter. That's what's in the latest version of it. And so overall, I think the trailers are like B.
Yeah.
Thumbnails or screenshots. Well, with a game like this, it's kind of hard to tell if they were or were not in the trailer.
Yeah, but I think they weren't. Actually, I think one might have been.
Yeah.
But it's hard to tell.
I kind of feel like the third image with him doing the jump kick should be the first screenshot.
Could be. I would say definitely not the first one, because the first one doesn't pop as much.
Is it my imagination, or is some of this text a little blurry on these screenshots?
I don't think so.
All right. Let's scroll down. Well, what would you give the screenshots? I think, again, like a B for me.
I think the screenshots are pretty good. I think the screenshots would be an A.
Okay. Let's see. Early access is going to be less than a year. Access will also to languages. Full 5 levels. They're now going to change the price. And as you can see by the price, they're going for kind of, high quality indie game pricing at $25 on sale for $22 right now.
Yeah, but we don't count the sale price. We just count the normal price. Because the sale price can be whatever at any point.
Tags. Do you think this game could have used the indie tag, or maybe one or two more tags in the genre?
You're breaking up.
Oh. It's not affecting YouTube. Am I okay?
Actually, I think it's me that's breaking up because my stream just buffered.
Oh, YouTube found you.
Yep. Where the internet found me. Or lost me.
All right. Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. So, yeah, with the genre tags, I think you could have used like maybe a few more. What about you?
Yeah. I mean, I could use like a tactical RPG tag kind of thing.
Or just RPG in general.
Yeah. And like a card game one.
Deck builder.
Yeah.
It does have, the website does have a Twitter, so that's good.
Could have used some more if they have more.
Yeah. All right. Let's scroll down to the about this game. So we start with a GIF right at the beginning. Not a bad one, although it does seem like they took game footage and they like cut it to show it all. Like if you see like when switch of the cars, like half the screen is like is cropped off. But that could have been on purpose to show the cards.
Yeah, it was. I can guarantee you that.
250 cards.
Because like they made a skinnier one.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we have the formatting for the sessions. You see the blue for the features.
Mm-hmm.
All your space.
And they even used the white bold for the tactical-based card-based tactical fighting.
Mm-hmm. We have bullet points that are like decently. I think those are good descriptors.
Mm-hmm.
Times for your worth. Another GIF for breaking it up. We have a summary and I feel like
They could use a couple more gifts.
Yeah.
And a little
It
bit
could
more breaking up in the bullet points.
Yeah, I feel like a GIF showing the cards or upgrading the cards, because again, this is a deck building style game.
Mm-hmm.
I think that could have helped as well.
I think they could have used a few more bullet points too.
Mm-hmm. I mean, formatting wise, I think this is a pretty solid page.
Yeah, it is.
I'll give it maybe BB plus. What about you?
For the About This page section?
Yeah.
I would say B plus, A minus, somewhere around in there.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Yeah, I think this is. I think surprisingly, I don't think this is going to be the best store page of the day, but I think this is a really solid one.
Yeah. What are we thinking for overall rate for this?
Hmm. Thumbnail is good. The trailer is above average. I don't think, again, it's good, but it's not the best one we've
It's good,
seen.
but it's not great or amazing.
A lot of the stuff pops, and I think, again, that's a really strong advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the thumbnail or the thumbnail for the actual name of it, you see a guy getting kicked in the face kind of thing. Like, it draws your attention to it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think I'd give
I
this page like a B plus.
I was thinking BB plus myself.
Which would tie it at our record before we just broke it today.
Mm-hmm. So the question is, what will we change on this? So I would say one, have a little bit more snappier trailer. Cut out 15 to 20 seconds, maybe a little bit more than that. A little bit better with showing the title at the end.
Yeah, longer at it, and make sure that put that really snappy combat that they have at the end. Put that at the beginning of the trailer instead of at the end.
Maybe even, let me see, where does it start off? So we have the ESRB rating. The guys run in. And yeah, I would say like the second, like you see that jump kick, the jump kick thing, and that should be where it starts. Like as soon as the guy runs in.
Yeah. The problem is after that jump kick is where it gets slow, and you should probably do this fast part that they have. I think like around 55 seconds or so. No. 50,
I mean, overall, I think this is a solid trailer for this game.
yeah. It just could be better.
Mm-hmm.
Like most things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so again, I think BB plus territory for me would work.
Yeah, I would say B overall, B plus overall.
Mm-hmm.
And it
And then with the
does.
about this page, just adding a little bit more in terms of gifts, maybe
Mm-hmm.
break up some of this text a little bit more.
Yep. and add
Hmm.
more tags.
Yeah. Hmm. Deck builder, RPG, tactical,
Mm-hmm.
but still, I think pretty solid page.
Yeah, it is.
All right. I think we are right at the hour, give or take. So to kind of wrap up our show for this week, I think Morgrid is definitely the best,
The best
and
we've
maybe, or
encountered so far.
yeah, and reason why: very solid trailer, properly timed, really good call to action. The store page itself broken with a lot of fully sized gifts.
Mm-hmm.
Just maybe like one or two more, and a little bit better in terms of like the highlighting the sections.
That said, Fighting Tight Spaces has some major things over the Mordred,
Morgred, yeah.
which isn't directly related to the store page. I mean, some of it is, but most of it isn't.
Mm-hmm.
And the number one of that would be the name of the game. Fighting Tight Spaces is a great name.
Yeah.
Mordred, Mordred, or whatever.
The fact
More,
that Shark can't say it easily is kind of proof positive.
yeah, that is a horrible name, and it doesn't describe the game at all in any way. I mean, this name, describes it perfectly. Fights in tight spaces. You're having fights in tight spaces. I mean, like
If
the
it
whole
was
entire gameplay loop is
talking,
almost in the title of the
yeah.
game.
If the whole game was a talking in open world, it would be a brick of the game. It would be a lie.
Yeah, but like and the name has so much to do with if people's going to find the game to actually sell it. So
Mm-hmm.
like even having a great store page, if you screw up the name, nobody finds your store page. Then it's not going to matter if you have a great store page that nobody sees. It's like if a tree falls in the forest and nobody's around, does somebody hear it?
Mm-hmm.
If there's a good store Steam page out on the Steam that nobody can find, is it a good store page? You know,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
And so,
and the
like
fact
we
that they
said,
don't have any tags on it also kills them. But Fighting Tight Spaces also has issues with tags, just not as
mm-hmm.
many issues.
Yeah. And I kind of like honestly expected the reviews to be higher at this point, even though the game just came out, because Mode 7 is established at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of surprised it hasn't broken 100 yet.
Well, Mode 7's a publisher.
Yeah.
Shatter is the developer. Is Ground Shatter established?
And they made a few games. Their last game was mixed.
That might be why.
Yeah. And the one that they did prior to that only had 4 reviews.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so again, another challenge of some of these things is, and this is something we talk about on our Sunday shows, is how much clout and success can carry a studio. When you
Yep.
get that one solid game, your studio becomes a part of your brand. And when it does, and you keep doing well, it makes subsequent games a lot easier to sell. Look at, Kit Fox Games, Clay, or some other ones. Again, there's a lot of them that my mind is blanking on.
Every
Yacht Club, for
AAA out
instance.
there,
Yeah.
because
Um,
like the
Team
name
Cherry,
carries
or
the
Hollow Knight.
AAA's practically at this point. Because I mean,
Yeah.
you know, the name is everything, and like they screw up. A lot of them tend to screw up literally everything, but they still keep on
But
succeeding because of the name.
yeah. Nintendo could have nothing on their store page and they'll still break like 2 million copies sold.
Mm-hmm. They could just have a white screen that says Mario in black text in the most generic. They could even have it in Comic Sans. They could have a
Mm-hmm.
you know just Comic Sans in black on a white screen that says Mario, and I bet you anything that would sell over
Mm-hmm.
a million copies,
Yeah.
over several millions of copies. You do that as an indie, and put ASCII on there, ASCII for ASCII the cat. You put ASCII on that,
It's
white text or
mm-hmm.
black ASCII text on a white screen, and have that be your entire store page. Yeah, you're not going to sell a single dang copy.
Mm-hmm. Blizzard could just have a piece of white paper that says Diablo 4 on it. It'll still get 6 million reviews.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Or
but
Diablo 3.5.
mm-hmm. But I think that will do it for our show. Hopefully, YouTube will be kinder in terms of why alerts and such are not going out. But again, for people who watch this recorded, that's not too big of a problem. Unless the algorithm screw me up there, then I'm in some big trouble.
Yeah. Although it's an issue with me because my internet's apparently dying. And, at some point, you talk like really dang fast. It's like, it sounds like it's on 2x speed or something.
Oh, good. All right, but I will be back later tonight for our game streams, hopefully. And like we said earlier, if you have a title or a game you'd like to submit for one of our shows, please get in touch. You'll find information and links in both of our respective videos.
Mm-hmm. And, join both of our Discords. You'll find links down below for both videos. Join our, follow us on Twitter. Again, links down below.
Mm-hmm.
Smash that lick button. Lick the smash button.
And do something with that bell, so hopefully YouTube notifies you.
Yeah, like take the bell and crack it over an egg or something.
All right.
Crack the
And
bell over an egg. Or
and for
crack an
those of you
egg over the
watching,
bell. There we go.
and for those of you watching this recorded, these shows are done live Thursday, starting around 3:30 ET. And if you want to watch our talks on specifically game dev and game design topics on the Safety Stream podcast, that is on Sundays around 4:30 ET.
And of course, you can find on my channel, you can find, different streams on top of those. Like you can find the dev streams where I work on Neon Continuum every Friday. You can also sometimes catch me do game streams and whatnot. And, be in the loop for my games. And, of course, Josh has his nightly streams and his developer streams that he does regularly. Yep. Well, at least you do the nightly streams regularly.
Mm-hmm. And the game dev streams are when we have people available, such as tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Who you got tomorrow?
Developer of the Curious Expedition.
Ah, nice.
All right. But that will do it for this week's show. So thank you again for watching. Like we say, come back or do all the liking, smashing, licking, and bell ringing that you want to do.
And egg smashing on the bell.
There you go. And come back for daily discussions on game design here and on game wisdom, where he's in the art and science of games. Until our next show, everybody, take care.
See ya.